This morning, hundreds of admirals and generals are leaving their posts from airfield, at sea, and at tactical headquarters around the world. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth summoning all U.S. general officers and admirals in command positions and senior enlisted leaders to a meeting at the U.S. Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia.
There was a tragedy there, another attack. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of attacks coming out over the next month, for real. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg here, because the major info that my team dug up was we're apparently receiving communications from Atlas 3I.
So 3I Atlas jumped about 211 million miles from Mars to Jupiter in a matter of 19 minutes.
14 beings, and this object definitely looks like 3I Atlas. They know who it is.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube, man. Look, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, but I think every story gets us a little bit closer and closer and closer to what's going on. A lot of people are saying that it's an invasion. A lot of people, the other 50% is saying the invasion already happened. So what is the true story? Let me know in the comments down below. Me personally, I think the invasion been already happened, but it might have triggered a response from something much greater than ourselves. But look, man, make sure y'all smash that like button. Let's get this video to 15,000 likes, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Put those notifications on always, because you might not ever see me again. I know you're gonna miss me. But look, yo, let's get to this video, man. Hopefully y'all been having a good day. Let's vibe out, man. Put your real opinions in the comments down below. Y'all know how we do over here. You're not forced to believe anything. Make sure you use your own discernment and let us know about it in the comments down below.
Hey everyone, geophysicist Stefan Burns here. Breaking news, in fact, a ton of breaking news to share with you today. We've had 2 nova explosions be observed in the night sky. We've also just had 2 magnitude 6+ earthquakes strike Venezuela back to back. One was a magnitude 6.2, the other a 6.3, and in fact also a magnitude 5.8 aftershock. And right during this time frame of all of this, we had a coronal mass ejection sweep by and hit interstellar object 3I Atlas. In addition to this, our sun is quite active with quite a few sunspots, 165. Solar flux is over 180. And so it looks like we are building up in energy as we approach October and November. And it is those 2 months where we really have a lot of dynamic qualities, especially as it relates to interstellar object 3I Atlas. It'll be performing its closest approach to Mars on the 3rd. It gets very close to Mars, less than 0.2 astronomical units.
Yo, so did like any of us even sleep last night? Like, what is this? Energy starting at 1 a.m. lasting until 6 a.m. The fuck is this? Yo, follow along. Let's talk about this. I'm trying to see if anybody else slept last night, because this is some wild-ish. Good morning. It is Saturday, September 27th, 2025. It is about 9:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I keep going to like take this piece of hair out of my mouth, and then it's like, oh, it's not even there. It's just a shadow. So drop in the comments, fam. Let me know how everybody slept. I personally tossed and turned. I could not get comfortable. Like I said, we started getting this energy in around 1 a.m. this morning. I think I woke up around 2 a.m., saw what was happening. I did fall asleep real quick again. And then I've been up pretty much damn near about since 4 a.m. dealing with some energy vampires. But we gonna save that discussion for later. That's gonna be a next post coming up. I'm trying to see how everybody's sleeping, how everybody's feeling today. So let me back at it. 111, let's fucking go. Okay, so I wanted to go to this picture so that I could break this down real quick, because I know a lot of the energy we've had coming in for the past few days has been absolutely outstanding. So this is all of the fresh new energy we had in the day before yesterday, right? When we were getting smacked. That was like an over 24-hour run. Then we had this nice little gap here yesterday, right? It was around yesterday morning. We had a nice little gap. We weren't getting much. We had a little blip around the early afternoon. And then right after that, we can see everything we had was just integration. So a lot of during the day yesterday, we were just integrating everything we had over the past few days. Then last night, we got hit again. So what I want to say is when we're in this integration period, when we're getting all this heavy energy in, we might not be able to receive everything, work with this energy the way it wants to when it first comes in. We have stuff going on. We're trying to continue on with life. And then when you go to lay down later that night, it's like all these things start rushing in, flooding you. And it's like, whoa, what is all of this? That was everything that we had gotten. Now your body is in that shut down, relaxed state. You're closer to a meditative state. And that's when you start pouring in all your downloads and such. So if this happened to a lot of people later yesterday evening, this is why. This is the exact integrating that I'm always talking about. So drop in the comments, fam. Let me know how you're doing. As always, I will do my best if it starts spiking again later to keep everybody posted. I'm at Saturday morning soccer. I'm about to go watch my baby kill this shit. Let's go, fam.
I can't even let y'all. I can't even cap to y'all. Like, I get it. I would be upset at the creator, y'all. Like, if he made my vessel look like that, and we look like this, we all beautiful and shit. Like, oh my gosh, is that why they like really hate us? I'm trolling right now, but at the same time, that I do think about that type of thing. Like, if I was born into that body, I would have some questions. That's all I need to say. Let's keep going. That would make you like build some cloaking like technology though. If you already didn't have it like physically, I would build a cloak. Yeah, I would too. Try to get like a human woman. Oh yeah, I'll get me a bad one too. Ain't no damn way.
It's embarrassing to me. And it was very embarrassing to them when I found out about it. I can tell you that.
Am I the only one like concerned?
It's in a week, and they've been fighting for 3.5 years. And killing anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 young soldiers, mostly.
Okay, they trying to frame this shit on ET, y'all. Oh man, that wasn't my smoke detector going off either, so I don't want to hear that in the comments. Gotta clear that up. Now how y'all be? Pope slapped the hell out of her hand. Y'all catch that? Woo!
No doubt that we are in fact in the end. My goodness, do I have a video for y'all. What do gematria, spiritual apparitions, sci-fi stories written 2 decades ago, man-made prophecy written hundreds of years ago, and ritualistic openings that opened the door for someone who just walked in, what's all that got to do with each other? Let's find out. So you remember a few weeks ago when I showed you that there's this UFO that was controlling a comet? I took the UFO, I enhanced it, made it big, and it's actually a lion, a giant lion in the sky. A giant lion like a Pope Leo. We're not even close to the crazy stuff, just bear with me, I'm telling you it gets deep. Then we had this thing happening at the time of the funeral, and at the funeral there are people there with these rifles that are anti-air rifles for drones or whatever. Do you want to know why? There was quite literally a fiction sci-fi story written 20 years ago about a Pope Leo, and he was the guy who encountered the aliens when they came down. Have y'all not been noticing the news over the last year 24/7 talking about this one thing? Both up in space and also under the ground we have these alleged aliens, and after the lion in the sky and the apparitions in the sky and all that stuff, we all of a sudden have this Pope Leo, and he's the exact guy in the sci-fi novel that the aliens are like, hey, let's work together. Y'all gotta be freaking kidding me.
Don't forget the drones that you seen at the assassination. It's a little bit weird, huh?
Weird things have been happening. First off, we've had this guy doing business with us for a very long time. Nice nicest guy in the whole entire world, but I'm pretty sure that he works for the Apple. Okay. Well, he just dropped off his dog, and he goes, if I don't make it back, you guys are financially set. What? Obviously, I did not respond in that manner. I was like, oh, is everything okay? And he goes, yeah, and here's a number to call. I'm sorry.
This morning, hundreds of admirals and generals are leaving their posts from airfield, at sea, and at tactical headquarters around the world. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth summoning all U.S. general officers and admirals in command positions and senior enlisted leaders to a meeting at the U.S. Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia. But even those told to attend the meeting do not know what prompted Hegseth's call and what will be discussed. The Pentagon saying only the Secretary of War will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. President Trump was asked about the meeting, but perhaps misunderstanding the question or unaware of the Hegseth meeting, he seemed to think it was foreign generals who were coming to meet Hegseth.
Well, I know, I love it. I mean, I think it's great. Let him be friendly. Let him be friendly with the generals and admirals from all over the world. Why, is there something? No, but is there something wrong with it?
Vice President Vance stepping in.
It's not particularly unusual that generals who report to the Secretary of War and then to the President of the United States are coming to speak with the Secretary of War.
But there has not been a meeting quite like this one, and it has created apprehension among senior officers. Last May, Hegseth ordering at least a 20% reduction in the number of four-star generals and admirals across the active duty force.
It's in keeping with President Trump's commitment to achieving peace through strength. We're going to shift resources from bloated headquarters elements to our warfighters.
The secretary has already fired at least 15 senior military officers, including General C.Q. Brown, the then chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the first woman to command the Navy, Admiral Lisa Franchetti, also let go. While the topic of the meeting remains a mystery, given what President Trump and J.D. Vance said about it, it does not appear to be an urgent national security matter. But having this many senior officers away from their post does create concern among some. Rebecca?
Huge update on Swan. And y'all gotta see this. For real. You can go outside with binoculars and look next to Mars and see Swan. It is visible to the naked eye. How fucking crazy. That's how big this bitch is. Now, you might be wondering, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, we have this massive object in our night sky. It was, 7 times the size of the moon or something? It's on a hyperbolic trail that leads exactly to the same spot at the exact same time as 3i Atlas. And if you believe in planet seeding or anything like that, or anything else, you might want to keep your mind open. All love and follow.
That invasion is here, Rhodey. And we can't even tell who the invaders are.
That's what I remember telling y'all. Look at the correlation between what he just said there, they're already here, and why they canceled the second season of The Man Who Fell to Earth. He was supposed to leave, go back to Xylanthia, the other guy, and bring everybody. The new plan was to bring everybody here. The Secret Invasion is addressing the Secret Invasion, and even Samuel Jackson in this series. He's a damn alien. He's a damn lizard the whole damn time, y'all. Check the play. Who was the man that landed the Earth? Like, what was he too? He was reptilian as well. This is interesting. Not saying that it's actually what was happening, but man, is the math mathing.
Secret Invasion explained in 1 minute. In Marvel's Secret Invasion storyline, a clandestine infiltration of Earth unfolds as Skrulls, shape-shifting extraterrestrial beings, secretly replace key figures in various organizations, including superheroes. Led by Queen Varanki, the Skrulls execute a long-term plan to destabilize Earth and pave the way for their invasion. The infiltration is so pervasive that even some iconic superheroes are revealed to be Skrull imposters. Shield faces, internal strife, as trust erodes among its members, leading to a complex web of alliances and betrayals. The situation reaches a climax when the Skrulls launch a full-scale invasion, culminating in intense battles between Earth's defenders and the shape-shifting invaders. The storyline concludes with a surprising resolution exposing the extent of the Skrull infiltration and its impact on the Marvel Universe.
Shifting is commonly associated with beings of the reptilian race. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that there are diverse methods and forms of shapeshifting. One fascinating approach involves certain beings utilizing avatar bodies, which are grown in tubes, to transfer their consciousness and freely navigate Earth in a humanoid form. To gain insights into this concept, I recommend watching the movies Avatar and Self/Less, as they explore the intricacies of consciousness transfer and shapeshifting. In addition to avatar bodies, there exist beings capable of walking among us on Earth while employing telekinesis to project deceptive human images directly into our minds. This particular form of shapeshifting can be perplexing, as we may unknowingly interact with individuals whose true identities remain concealed. It's awe-inspiring to contemplate the vast array of beings we may encounter on a daily basis, including Greys, reptilians, and even some Anunnaki. It is important to remember that beings from distant star systems are likely far more advanced than any technology we possess on Earth. Their capabilities and potential extend beyond our current understanding. Thus, it is wise to remain open-minded, recognizing that you could be engaging with alien beings wherever you go. The universe is vast and filled with boundless possibilities, urging us to embrace curiosity and acknowledge the potential encounters we may have with beings from distant realms.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure we all seen this viral video in Hollywood, right? With that right there? You see that, right? Right across from there? Only the true woke will understand what this really means, bro. Now listen, these type of things been going on for a very long time. And y'all really got wake the fuck up, alright? It's the reason why that John sit up on the hill and it points towards the Hollywood sign. They're gonna tell you that it's not what it really represents, but obviously it looked just like the fucking emoji, bro. You know what I mean? All in all, time is ticking. Time is ticking.
Now, do y'all remember where the solar eclipse had happened and they were shooting rockets at the moon? So I have something that this is just something that I've been thinking about. Look, they shot the rockets at the solar eclipse before and after to test out. They said the environment, whatever they said, is BS. I think it's just all BS. But if you think on how we got here, and have you ever seen when the seed actually, the sperm hits the egg and it ignites a spark, it looks like a solar eclipse. That's the soul going into its body, right? So it's the same thing. When that solar eclipse had happened and they shot the rockets at it, they were trying to stop something from getting in here. And I think that's how a lot of these things got in here. And I think that black sun, whatever it is, whatever happened in the sky, I'm not a technical person on that. But what I can say is that energy or ships or whatever came in through a portal and they were trying to stop it. Did they go too far with the agreement that it's coming back to bite them? Did they sell us out? I don't know, but just check this out and look at it for what it is and let me know what you think about it.
NASA has unveiled plans to launch 3 scientifically oriented rockets into the moon's shadow on Monday, April the 8th, coinciding with a partial solar eclipse spanning North America. During this celestial event, which will feature a total solar eclipse along a 115-mile wide path across parts of Mexico, 15 U.S. states and Canada, and a partial eclipse throughout the Americas, there will be a noticeable decrease in sunlight. NASA's initiative, dubbed Atmospheric Perturbations Around the Eclipse's Path, also known as APEP, aims to explore the effects of this decrease in sunlight and temperature on the Earth's upper atmosphere. APEP draws its name from the ancient Egyptian mythological serpent deity, a nemesis of the sun god Ra, as per NASA, Forbes has reported. Apep, an ancient Egyptian deity, symbolized darkness and chaos, serving as the adversary of light, and Ma'at, which represents order and truth. Ra, on the other hand, represented illumination, making him the primary antagonist of Apep. The suborbital rockets will not ascend into totality, but will instead launch from Wallops Flight Facility on Wallops Island, Virginia, where 81% of the sun will be obscured by the moon. This event is slated to occur at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That is the reason that they put out to the public.
Okay, so that's their story. What's your story?
So they are trying to create different diversions so that people don't realize that it's the black sun creating the solar eclipse. So the black sun is so special because it contains the void. So it's an energetic structure that actually contains the void. So this energy from the void is put over your sun, and it actually opens a portal to the other side directly. And then also, so if they try to shoot rockets at it, it's distracting you from what is really happening.
That the sigils are not just on the skin, Tony. They're under the skin. I have a handprint of an entity pushing its way through the skin. It's not the top part of the hand, it's the inside of the hand. And it's pushing its way through the body.
But you have a picture
I
of
have
this?
a picture of it. I'll show it to you after the show. Absolutely. Now, the second thing I want to make sure everybody understands is this, that these archetypes that the phenomenon masquerades as, they are not real in and of themselves. So the same alien that is placing sigils on skin today was the same demon placing sigils on skin yesterday. Aleister Crowley came out and said, today they will be called demons and angels. Tomorrow they'll be called something else. Now, here's the game changer. Recently, I discovered a quote from the heir of Thelema, by Crowley mentor. His name's Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant, in his book, one of his books, he talks about today that they'll be called extraterrestrial and not angels and demons. And here we go. He said they'll want worship, but they'll be extraterrestrial. And here's the most important part. He said, and by the way, we have their sigils. We have their sigils. Thelema has their sigils. So what that did was it kind of took all the research I and others have been doing and put it in line and said, even the occultists know they're not extraterrestrial. There's something deeper and darker out there that's trying to manipulate our species. And so what I have is a collection of sigils underneath the skin. Okay. Can I go on a little bit further on this?
Please.
So the purpose of a sigil in the occult is to basically carve the pictorial signature, here we go, not of a demon, of a practitioner. Okay. The forefather and grandfather of sigilization is Austin Osman Spar. He was an occultist. His philosophy was that when a practitioner can carve his symbols or their symbols into something or someone, they project their intentions into that signature of theirs. And in that ritual, they will determine the effects that it will have on that experiencer.
Demons attack again. As I told y'all before, they're on their last leg, so they're doing everything possible to hide who they are. Because it doesn't take rocket science to know what really happened here. It was a literal assassination. Because don't forget, I'm telling y'all, they're making these ICE facilities, not just for the quote-unquote immigrants who we think are immigrants. They are putting judges, politicians, corrupt law enforcement, all those type of people inside of these places. Because like I said, they're not even American. That's why they're working against us. So just imagine if these people had information about everyone else. Like they have evidence to put down a lot of people. Because like I said, they could be in law enforcement, they could be a judge, they could be a CEO, or they could be a head of a gang that's literally being funded by these corrupt officials. because they clearly took 3 people out without attacking any of the officers. They are using the sleeper cells that I told y'all they will activate because they scared. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.
Please tell me all of you have seen the new released photos of 3i Atlas and the other spaceships that are currently right above. Not to mention the mothership that's parked right beside the moon and all little spaceships that are just flying around. Please tell me you've seen all of those, because I've kind of jumped off of alien talk for a little bit because of rapture talk taking over. But the new photos that have been released of 3i Atlas. Now, mind you, you know there's a lot of people out there putting random shit on the internet. So there's some funny ones that are not real. But the ones that right here and right here and right here confirmed to be real, you have to see those. But the one that's around the moon, and it's little spaceship friends that are just circling around, just like monitoring things and coming to Earth and going back, you guys have to see it. It is literally fantastic. We are getting past rapture talk. Let's move past that. We're back to the aliens, because that is the one thing that is true.
I don't know what's going on there, but that's insane. I've never seen this before. Everybody, it's 5:32 in the morning.
Remember the other day when I said there was going to be a ton of distractions coming out on September 24th? Well, there were, and people are still reeling about what happened at the ICE facility in Texas. There was a tragedy there, another attack. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of attacks coming out over the next month, for real. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg here, because the major info that my team dug up was we're apparently receiving communications from Atlas 3i, the 12,000 foot long asteroid meteor that's coming towards Earth. They are apparently receiving communications, and they are concerning. They're saying that they need to get prepared for defensive measures. So I'm having an emergency meeting with the team right now. We're going to get more news. I'm going to release it today. This is huge.
All right, let me give you guys an update on 3i Atlas. As you guys know, I've been posting videos in regards to this interstellar comet that's traveling through our solar system. I reported that to be 130,000 miles per hour. But here's the funny part of what happened this past few days. So 3i Atlas, it disappeared for about 19 minutes from every single tracking telescope on Earth. Scientists, astronomers have been amazed, shocked by the fact that 3i Atlas teleported, meaning that it was there one moment and gone the next. So 3i Atlas jumped about 211 million miles from Mars to Jupiter in a matter of 19 minutes. It's like if you took a slingshot, so imagine a slingshot with a rock, and you throw the rock, and that's basically what it did. It teleported that many miles, which is amazing everybody right now. And then reappeared 19 minutes later. 19 minutes later. Not only that, they are also saying that there's 7 more objects throughout the solar system, our solar system, kind of working together with 3i Atlas. And hear me out. I don't want to freak anybody out. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just reporting what I read. And they are actually receiving sort of a pulse signal. It's like if they were scanning Earth. They're scanning everything that we are doing, right? So listen, as I mentioned on one of my previous videos, the weather people always announce a storm, a hurricane, a tornado. Sometimes they get it wrong, right? They get it wrong. And this is the reason I'm updating you guys. a few weeks back, a few days back, it was not a threat to Earth. It is not a threat right now, but the behaviors that 3i Atlas is displaying out there are not your regular behaviors of any object traveling through our solar system. Okay? So I just wanted to give you guys an update. 3i Atlas continues to make different changes. And basically, after it jumped, where there was a teleporting behavior, okay, going from one section to another, is now closer to Earth by 211 million miles. Okay, so it has entered our solar system. Just to keep you guys updated on what's going on, okay? I'll be in touch. Take care.
Dr. Thurston Sawyer here, first black professional surfer. And I guess well-accredited scientists, all the other scientists on this planet are stumped, they say. I'm saying that they've been in space since the end of World War II. The only human with scientist background, engineer, saying that all of this is a facade. They've been in space for hundreds of years with electromagnetic energy. And they know exactly what this is. That's why all of the drastic hiding history, because they're worried about a larger
counterattack.
Give y'all a little bit of information and wake some of y'all motherfuckers up. They don't ever listen to no type of, who don't do no research on no science, no type of religion, no nothing. You just going on whatever somebody telling your ass and you taking it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not right. So, first of all, these are hieroglyphs found years and years ago. I can't even tell you where, but I remember this shit. I've seen it several times. What the fuck that look like? What does this look like? Look like 3i Atlas to me. They know what the fuck going on. I'm telling you, they know. If you type in 3i Atlas, it's so much different miscommunication and information about the shit, because they don't want to give you the total lowdown of what's going on. This year alone, it's been so much shit. All the revelations have been shown. Ain't nothing else to do but for us to hear the trumpets. That's all we waiting for now, some trumpets or something. You feel me? I don't know, something's supposed to happen, because I done seen everything. Yeah, this year. Even the Pope gone. Yeah, even though he ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't saying it like he ain't good for us, but it's just a fact. Yeah, all this stuff with the disasters, the little Red Sea shit. We seen the Black Sea Devil. We had all type of people. People even cut it. It's getting real. It's getting real. But this is a hieroglyph, yo. It just warned us, and it's here now. What y'all gonna do?
Shouts out to Boss Life 206. They know what it is. They know who it is. We about to break this image down, y'all. Now, why does those look like giant beings with crowns on their head? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 beings, and this object definitely looks like 3i Atlas. They know who it is. Guess what? I'm snitching. Put it there, buddy. Pal. Partner. Dude. Guy. I'm snitching. Wait a minute, hold your horses. I caught something. 14 kings. I'll do a little bit of research on 14 kings. One of the bloodlines must be gone, which created the 13 families. They're on the ground watching it leave. So they mean they know who this is, and it might not be a friendly.
What's that? Oh, another former Bush official came out talking about the $21 trillion underground city, but what he had to say was a little bit more eerie. Oh. He said that Everybody there, of course, had to sign NDAs. And they also had to sign a separate paper talking about if they did say anything, they agreed to. Oh, goody. He said that he worked on a special project there, which was actually odd to him because in this underground city, he had to build a bunker under that. Oh. He said that not only did the underground city have medbeds, but he also had to put some in the underground bunker he built under the city there. He said there's a grave site down there for the people that misspoke and talked about the city. Oh, good. He also said they gathered people around to watch people get buried as they told them this is what'll happen to you if you say anything. Oh.
And that's why they made another TV series, man, about going under the ground secretly, why cataclysmic events happen on the surface of the earth. Ah, man, how many times we're going to have to see the same play, man? What are they expecting? War? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm just asking for a friend.
Some of the important information that they gave me that we needed to understand was about the seeding of the planet Earth. And a lot of people have trouble with this because they think that where is God in this whole picture? And are they playing God? But they say this is the way life has been done throughout the universe forever. Life is never allowed to just simply spontaneously develop. That if it did, it would be very chaotic. And to produce a thinking, intelligent human being would have taken millions more years if it was happening by normal evolution than it would have taken. And it would still not have got to the point we are now. And they said they do this because they create life on other planets because this is the way they were created, by what they call the archaic ones, the ones from the very beginning, have been doing this forever.
Roughly 11,000, 12,000 years ago, we were hit by a series of comets. It's pretty evident that that's a fact. Something happened that reset civilization, and there's very little evidence of advanced civilizations up until recently, up until the last couple of decades. They started uncovering things like Göbekli Tepe and all these other structures that are clearly from more than 12,000 years ago. And they're really complex and really large with enormous stones. And it's sort of caused people to rethink the history of the Earth and the history of human civilizations.
What I am certain is that humans were doing spectacular things, and a cataclysmic event happened called the Younger Dryas and reset something for somebody.
Hey guys, I'm Chukwu. If you are black, if you are in a black avatar, a black physical body, this light language transmission is for you. I'm going all the way back to the original beings. The Kemetic tones, the Tartarian, Gematrian root codes. I call back all of my melanin now. I disconnect all illegal programming, vibrations, satellites, colors, sounds, fabrications, fabrics, plastics, disconnecting all of my melanin now. So just take a deep breath in, guys, through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Disconnecting all of my neuromelanin from anyone in my field, outside of my field, in my physical reality that is illegally connected. Okay, just take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. disconnect from any low vibrational beings. Reptilian beings, mutants, parasites, feeding off of my melanin. Disconnect now! So just take a deep breath in through your nose, please. And exhale through your mouth. Rewiring all of my networks for my highest timeline, putting this new technology from the sun, from the central real sun. Return to sender all loose cords, all loose vibrations, burning up into nothing. All misaligned frequencies. Activating your root royal codes at this time. Your root DNA royal codes at this time. Coming up. We are now in the yellow. Green. Activating full melodic tones of royalty. As I speak, I am generating my wealth. I see my wealth in my physical hands, in my physical experience. Up. Indigo crown. Just take a deep breath in through your nose and straight back up to source, white, pure, light, unconditional love. You are now vibrating back to your original, most healed, most royal self without any illegal pulling Detroit of your melanin. Memphis. Atlanta, the Bronx, Guyana, Sri Lanka, Jamaica, Nigeria, just grounding back down into your physical body. You are worthy. You have it. You have whatever you desire. It's yours right now, and you are so grateful. I am so grateful. We are so grateful to be on this new golden earth vibration. And so it is ashkiti ashe sukun aho amen. Amen. Skundan ba ansati undan ba ala skunza ala skungwaza ala ungonse ala unskun bam. Okay, guys. Just take one last deep breath in. This was a lot. What's going on? Just got this new, oh, isn't this so amazing? I love this. This is the way the Los Angeles sunsets look. The whole skyline, all the way up and down the coast, the sunsets, the gorgeous colors of the sunset in the Bambaya. Okay, love you guys so much. Thank you for allowing me to channel.
Wow. Like, I start off by saying this shit though. That was intense. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be over so many times, but it just wasn't. But I can connect with the fact that I've had many different types of dreams, and some of the communication was like telepathic, right? Have you ever had this happen? And some of it was like a language like that. That's why I was still watching, but I just thought it was gonna be over so many times, and then she started doing something else. Even to the fact that she pulled out the little disco ball, which looked cool as hell in the first place. I actually want one. That was dope. But she pulled that out simultaneously. She's just everywhere. But that was intense. But yo, shout out to you. Shout out to you, because it takes a lot for somebody to get on the internet and do some shit like that. But that was cool. I would like to learn the language though at the same time. So I do admire people like that. Keep being yourself though.
The dawn of man's existence before Muslims and Christians, organized religions and manufactured divisions. In the beginning was the word. How could you quantify with Spotify the value? Nigga, scripture was a verse. God body, Abu Dhabi, I'm making Hajj Asadi. They wanna leave my body twitching, try to Kasanat me. I'm an Anunnaki. Niggas gon' take shots when you lead the people in Exodus on your Robert Marley. Fuck a stream, my stream of conscience is just a dream. Channel down for the supreme, straight to the Muqtakim. Spitting like I got a ruptured spleen. You know them label niggas want you in circle like the Usher chain. You don't have to call, I don't mind, I don't fatigue. I keep it camouflage. Bet they all fall in my lap. I feel like I'm Santa Claus. Who gon' get screwed when the hammer falls? Republicans or Democrats or demagogues? The publishing, they want a public flogging for punishment. Run off on the masters. I'm on my Harriet Tubman shit. The slaves from the Amistad to jump the ship. Making any moves like Jagger. That's a shout out to my brother Mick.
He had some bars. Thought it was gonna be corny. Nah, he killed it.
Funny if you gotta wonder what we teaching these niggas. Just get to the money, what we preaching. They'll do to you whatever they do to the least of these niggas for sure. You never get the fish scale if they eat in a row. Heating the flow through cracked concrete. You see a rose peeking through bowl. That's the only way seed could grow. We pick the bear the same way the salmon swim gets the flow. Penmanship show, that don't move the needle like a singer. Don't follow patterns when we use these scissors. Watch your fingers. You let the chatter lead your new decisions. All I see is new patina. That shit get old. I've been a breath of Primatine since they was matching the dro. Behind the scenes, they want all the llama beam from the go. And I'm no longer trying to see how I go. That be how I be. I be on the low, but niggas know where they could find my 10 toes. Either on some business or they in the hands of Miss Cho. The lawn is just as manicured. I know the Ekins is close. I know when they hear these horns, don't know they messing with ghosts. Your suit fit better be spoke. I know that message miss most.
It's a puzzle. Each piece aligns perfectly with the next, like the stars in the sky. You see, my son, your people have known the secrets of these stars for millennia. The Dogon and ancient Mali, they had such advanced astrological knowledge they could even see invisible stars. And you're named after the emperor of Mali, Mansa Musa. But before Mansa Musa came Sundiata, or Sunjata, the Lion King. Mali had universities at Timbuktu, quantum physics. That's why you can't never let anybody cast doubt on your greatness. That's what you descended from. And ultimately, that's what you're destined for. You just gotta trust the process.
Oh, I absolutely enjoyed this video today. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Did the invasion already happen? And they triggered the effect of something greater than themselves and they're all afraid? Is that the reason why Elon Musk is still shooting rockets at the sky, scraping the firmament, trying to get out this joint. The reason why he's trying to colonize Mars, he has to get out. He feel like he in prison. It feel like it's bars. He's putting batteries in four-wheeled things and he's calling them cars. Look, my bad. Don't get me started freestyle on y'all. Look, man, I get into my bag, but at the same time, man, some interesting times we live in together, man, and things are definitely changing. We don't have all of the answers, but collectively together, we can put this thing together and make a little bit more sense of it. You know, at the same time, see, the people that don't think, oh, these things is just rocks coming to planet Earth. No, they're having conferences on these things. Instead of putting out the Epstein files and stuff like that, they're showing them shooting rockets at UFOs and it's cutting the rockets in half. Like, come on, these things are really happening, but you have people still out here today that's so afraid to admit the things that they actually can see. That's insanity. That's insanity. And y'all are afraid. A lot of people are afraid to even have these conversations still because they think that they're weird. But we're actually the cool ones, y'all. Y'all the type of people that can sit back and talk about anything and not just aliens. You can talk about somebody's feelings. You can talk about planting seeds in the garden. We can talk about the sky. We can talk about traveling. We're not closed-minded, and I do appreciate sharing these times with y'all. There's not a better group on this planet that I would rather be with today, and that's the group of us. We're a very blended family on thoughts, looks, appearances, you know, qualities of life we live. But guess what? We can all agree on one thing. I would love at some point we can all just sit down, you know, have a dinner together and just conversate and be us, man. Everybody be uniquely you. In the future, we will set that up, man. And I look forward to meeting y'all. But like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. And I'm out though. Bye.